Okay, I received your email, guess asking about number 12 here, section 3.4. So I opened it up, number 12, 3.4 here, and you're given the data, and you're asked to compute the z-score corresponding to the individual who scored 37.5, interprets this result. So we want to get the z-score and interpret the result here. And so I'm going to use StatCrunch here, so I'll click on the data. Here's the data, and I'll click on the, take the data into StatCrunch. I need the mean. So here's the data. I need the mean and standard deviation here to calculate the z-score. Okay, so I have the data. I'll go to, you could do this by hand, certainly. I'll go to the data. I want to do summary statistics in the column. And column's variable 1. And I need to know the mean and the standard deviation in order to calculate the z-score. So I'm going to click compute. And you can do this by hand. You're welcome to do it by hand. So it gives me the mean and the z-score. You want your final answer to do 2 decimal places. So let's see, and I'll shrink this over so I can see both these screens here. And then I think I'll bring up Paint, and I'll shrink it down here. I want to calculate the z-score here. So let's see, so the formula for z-score is what? Z-score equals the piece of data minus the mean over the standard deviation. And so the particular piece of data here is 37.5. Not too neat here at writing. 37.5 minus the mean, and that's what I use StatCrunch. The mean's 38. 38, I'll go 3 places. 38.979. 979. Standard deviation is 3.519. I'm going, it says round to 2 places. I'm going 1 more place than the final answer asked for. So I got those 2 numbers using StatCrunch. You could do them by hand, which would be a little messy. And we're doing it for 37.5 up here, miles per gallon. So I'm going to put this in a calculator. I have, a calculator here in front of me. Let's see, 37.5 minus 38.979. Then I'm going to divide that by 3.519. So I'm just got a calculator in my hand. I put that in there and I get minus 0.420. Okay, so we come up here. The individual z-score, corresponding score corresponds to the individual is, I guess, minus 0.42. It indicates the data value is 0.42 standard deviations below the mean. This I guess be minus 0.42. This is what 0.42. Since it's negative, it says the value. If you look at the value, it's the 37.5. It's less than the mean, which was 38.979. Okay, so that's part A. Need the mean and standard deviation. Part B, you want to find the quartiles. You could do that by hand. You can come back here to StatCrunch and let it do it. Go to Summary Stats, Columns. The mean is the median is the second quartile. So we got first quartile, the median, and the third quartile. So you could do it by hand, or you can click compute. There's the 3 quartiles that they asked for there. Compute, determine the quartiles. compute and interpret the interquartile range. Well, the interquartile range would just be, the third quartile minus the first one, or I could just go in here and add the, the interquartile range and let the computer do it for me. So the interquartile range is 4.15. Determine if we got any fences. And so, well, this video is getting a little bit long. I don't know what parts you had questions about, but it's over 5 minutes, and I'll stop it here. Let me know if you have further questions.